Right, so hello and welcome back to the Bach and Arthur podcast, episode 24, and we've got a very special guest, Theo Baker, everyone.
Oh,
yeah.
That's sheer excitement, wasn't it?
Right,
So this episode's coming out on a Sunday for a very special reason. Usually we upload on a Thursday. We missed last one. What have you been up to again? Been a busy man.
Yeah. I went to Spain, and then like a couple of days after I went to Kansas, so I didn't have time. All right, I was
saw a
packing
UFO though.
Hmm?
Said
I saw a UFO.
You saw a UFO?
Which I showed you. Yeah, it was the stealth bomber.
Oh, that one.
It's like a Dorito
Probably
UFO.
as rare as seeing a UFO.
Yeah, it's actually cooler.
Yeah, that was very cool, actually.
It's actually cooler.
There's probably more UFO sightings in the US than stealth bomber sightings. So it might be even rarer.
Yeah, I reckon that's true.
But yeah, you've been away for a little while, so I mean, it's good you're here. You said you were going to be a zombie because you got back this.
It's good you're here.
You got back this morning.
Yeah, it's really good that you're here.
Your flight was delayed.
Yeah, I got back literally 7 a.m. and then I came straight here.
I thought this episode was going to be on the ropes a little bit.
Never.
And then Theo's told us. I mean, the reason we've got Theo is he's got a very exciting announcement, but it was supposed to essentially be aired last Sunday, but it got delayed. So this one's now coming out on Sunday. It's been a while since we've had episode 23, but hopefully it's worth the wait because do you want to break the big news for people who might not have seen the trailer?
Pregnant.
He's pregnant.
Waffling is back.
Yeah. Wow,
I didn't realize this. I feel like I'm like a movie star going on like doing his
Yeah,
like
it feels
promo
like
tour.
that. It does
It
feel
basically,
like that.
well, it kind of
right.
is.
I am a movie
It's
star.
kind of annoying for me and Bach because we've been the number one podcast in the UK since we uploaded episode 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lie.
No, it's not.
That's a lie.
I can't be.
Whereas, no, in every metric.
Are you, now he's convincing me. Are you being serious or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
But waffling.
I feel like backside is higher. No,
Nope.
I feel like it
Don't
is.
bother looking it up. Arthur's right.
Actually, Lost, can you pull up the top UK comedy
Oh no, because
podcasts
this is
on
when you are going to
Spotify?
be higher now.
And we'll cheers. Now, I'm not
we
we
beg for
were
ratings.
higher than Joe Rogan at one point.
Oh, were you?
That's very
Because
cool.
he always sits at number 1 of comedy.
Yeah,
and
we
I
were
don't know
number
why.
one. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were number one.
Yeah, he's holding that down at the moment.
But no, I jest.
I jest.
He does
Oh,
just,
yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't even up there.
Oh, we're there, number 12.
Hell yeah, you
yeah.
are. That's
and
it.
backside is nowhere to be seen.
Yes, we've fallen off, sadly.
Nah, but we see you up there quite a lot. Oh, you're in 48.
Oh, there you go. It is because we beg for ratings every episode.
Yeah, we
So
do.
it's not.
Our outros are about 10 minutes long, and it's
Yeah,
like,
like,
please rate us
yeah.
on the Spotify.
We just beg for nice comments. It's slightly different.
yeah.
we don't get any.
We don't. We beg for like emojis in the comments. I feel like such
Yeah.
a brain rot YouTuber when we do that.
Yeah, we always pick emojis that don't exist.
Oh, yeah.
Like we asked for a galaxy
Wow.
one that didn't exist.
You can't do that anymore now, can you?
Oh, what? Because AI can make
new
emojis
update.
for you, right?
Well, Apple can make emojis for you.
Yeah.
Apple AI.
Is
yeah.
that part of the update?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is the AI integrated now for Siri?
It's not
I don't
quite yet
know.
ready, is it?
Oh my god.
I don't know, but you can basically create any emoji.
They're called Genmojis,
That's gonna be
apparently.
dangerous.
So you can
Wonder
just
how,
generate
wonder how
emojis.
far you can take it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be sending cock and bollocks.
Yeah.
Do you remember with Call of Duty, when you'd be able to make your own emblem through like using like triangles, like and all,
I
like
do
squares and
remember
all
that on Black Ops.
And some
yeah.
people would have the most
Oh, that'd be-
crazily offensive ones
Yeah.
ever. You're like, how was that? And they obviously got banned.
Not you though.
No, never me.
That's when I first saw my first vagina. Actually, was on one of those.
On Call of Duty.
Yeah, on one
Just
of
on
those.
an emblem.
And it was so detailed.
mid zombies, mid-cod zombies,
And that just popped
confronted by a.
I used to be pretty good at Call of Duty.
I want to do a bit of a like Call of Duty gaming thing on YouTube at some point. Just go back and I did stream Spec Ops for a little bit back when I was doing
What's
a lot of
that?
streaming. Modern Warfare 2, like special operations, Spec Ops. Did you never do that?
I never,
Wow.
Spec Ops.
I never even played COD.
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I never played COD. I was never
That's
good
weird.
at it. and
So
I
you just lied
panicked.
to us.
Yeah.
No,
How did you see your first vagina?
I didn't play it properly.
He still
I
hasn't seen one. I knew
because
it.
no, I played.
I used to play like game
I
battles
played
and
the
that.
shit ones, like Advanced Warfare and stuff like that.
Oh,
Oh, that's
okay.
always fun.
Did you like that? Because
Yeah.
I thought it was really good, and
Yeah, it's
everyone
fun.
else
Is that the
hates
one where you
it.
get Moabs? Was that Modern Warfare?
It's where you like
Free.
running on the walls and jumping.
Yeah,
on
it's a
it.
bit too
Yeah, I don't know
advanced.
about-
It
yeah,
felt
I
a bit
don't know.
Halo-y, didn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, no, I
kinda
don't like
liked
that.
it though. I kind of liked it.
I think it was Modern Warfare 3 you could do Moabs. I was good at that.
Maybe. But that was a big tangent. I was joking about being top number one because I was just saying you are going to overtake us. Waffling
Yeah.
was massive when you're
Do you think
running
we'll
it.
I hope. I hope it does well.
Yeah,
I hope
you
it
guys
does
will be
well.
chart
You'll do
toppers,
really well.
definitely.
Chart toppers.
Yeah.
Damn, that would be really cool. That'd be a really cool experience.
I think the Sidemen Inside, like people just, I see so much more Weller content since then, and people give him like so much respect for his early YouTube days of being like.
Wait, we did like create a generation of humans.
Yeah, he did like
Almost.
his own like genre of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see so many people with that influence now.
Yeah, the same way you can look at some TikTokers and be like, that's a very David Brent influence and stuff like that. There's definitely a Joe Weller twang. And your rock, paper, scissors story must come up on my feed page every 2 days.
I love that so
It's
much.
so funny. I think
So
if
invested.
I was going to be one of those like kids who makes like 10 grand a month making TikTok
It would just
clips,
be that.
I would just post that clip every day because every other day it would go viral.
Yeah, it
like
would
a
go
million
viral
views.
It's so
every
annoying
time.
how it always fucking bangs. Like I was being serious. I loved what happened at the time.
Do you want to just tell the story one more time for people who haven't heard it on the off chance that someone's not been on the internet yet and this is their first day?
Well, as in the backing of the story. I'm not telling the actual
Tell
story.
the actual story.
Tell the actual story.
I went to Wimbledon. We were at Wimbledon with Lavazza Coffee, very nice coffee, and Tony Adams was there. So I don't know why. I don't even know how we got onto. I don't know why we started playing rock paper scissors, but we did. That was it. End of I was talking to him. He was a lovely guy, bit eccentric, but nice, very tall, handsome. Yeah, he's just. I can't lie for me. Remember why I was playing, and then had to leave early and go catch a
And
flight.
what happened in the rock, paper, scissors game?
I can't remember. Did I lose or did I win?
I don't know.
I feel like I lost.
I think the timing was more important, didn't you? You'll have to tell it. Do you know?
I'm not doing it.
Go on, just tell it.
You're just itching for it.
Yeah, he is. He just wants the clip.
Yeah, no, I genuinely can't remember. But he was sound.
Right. Well, for those of you who don't know,
Oh.
Do you know it?
Oh, he recites it every
they
day.
just basically play rock, paper, scissors, and one of them threw on rock, paper, scissors, and one of
Yeah,
them
but
threw
do
on
you
rock,
know
paper,
the
scissors,
specific?
shoot.
Oh, right, yeah.
No, I don't.
But it is
And then-
awkward though when you play rock, paper, scissors though, because sometimes it is, do you go on shoot or do you go before shoot?
I never do shoot. Do you?
No, I feel like it's very like the YouTube guys do the on shoot.
Yeah.
I used to go rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, the normies over here. But
What
you're
about
on
you? What do
shoot,
you
aren't
do?
you?
I wish you know, I was like, just stay completely silent after he told the story. But you're too
Getting
nice.
way too excited over
You're
there,
too nice,
Arthur.
Pat.
No, because it's actually good content, this. It's actually interesting. It's actually interesting to know what you do it on.
The live charts, we've gone down 15 spaces. We haven't even
What do you think I'm
uploaded.
doing here?
Oh, just auras.
I'm coming to
dropped.
sabotage other podcasts.
No, that's so
Yeah.
cool though, because you boys, how long did you record for? Not that episode, as in like start to
I
finish.
don't know,
How
you know, I
long
feel
was
like
the
maybe
podcast
3
running?
years.
3 years. Was anyone really doing podcasts at that time? Oh yeah, that's true.
I feel like it definitely wasn't as saturated as it is now.
No,
like,
no.
Yeah, everyone and their
everyone's
mothers
got a
has
podcast now.
And we continued-
Half a hill, literally.
we continued through lockdown as well.
Right, yeah.
Via like cameras and Zoom and stuff. So I feel like that got a lot of people through lockdown, which was quite nice.
Yeah, that is sweet.
But it just ended up running its course, and we've had a 2-year hiatus, 2-year break, and now we're back. The three amigos are back.
Have you stayed close in that
Yeah.
break period, or because he's been traveling a lot?
Yeah, we've got a little
You've
group
been
chat,
focused
been
on
popping
stuff.
off.
And what's the plan for it? Just same as it was?
No, it's coming back slightly different actually. So obviously before it was just us three entirely. Obviously we'd have guests every night. Probably had maybe 4 guests, I think.
Yeah.
You three being you, Weller, and
Luke.
Luke, who was how did you know Luke?
We all went to school together.
Right.
Yeah, so he's our very, very close friend. He actually
Nice.
wasn't in the first episode of Wafflin.
Really?
Yeah, the first episode of Wafflin never went live.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that sat somewhere?
I feel like Joe might have just deleted it off the face of the earth. It might be somewhere. I don't know where it would be.
That is
it's
an
the worst. It was the worst.
ancient
We filmed it and we were like,
Wow.
because we thought it was like a YouTube video, so we both like sat in front of camera, like
Right.
next to each other. And like almost like this setup, like we had a desk and like like a proper YouTube setup.
Old school,
So it's like
like-
5 years ago as well.
Yeah.
And we looked back and we were like,
Oh, it wasn't quite right.
yeah, not a podcast. And then we decided to sit opposite each other. Brought Luke in because it's always good to have 3 as a crowd. And then he just started piping up during episodes. We're like, And then we said, oh, everyone wants Luke cam. And then we eventually gave him a mic, and then we gave him a
Right.
camera and a mic. Yeah.
It was progressed like that.
Yeah. What was the question?
What's the structure?
Oh, it's like different. Yeah. So we're doing guests on the regular. We want to have we've definitely we stopped that show when we were probably like 25, so almost 3 years ago. Now we're like 28, all three of us. So we've matured a little bit. So we want to have much obviously still keep the banter and the funniness. And the first episode we've recorded was definitely old Wafflin vibes, but now we definitely want to go down the route of getting different guests on, all from all walks of life, not necessarily YouTubers and people like that, just like policemen. I don't know, some random
yeah.
I don't know,
I think that's funny.
Interesting people, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to go down that route. So we'll probably alternate between guests and non-guests like every other episode, which would be nice. It'll be a different kind of waffling, but still has that core element.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Is it like Theo Von will get on like some random bin man from New York
Didn't
City?
he had like a dinner lady?
Yeah, he does stuff like that. Yeah.
Hilarious.
And
she was amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, where do you find these people?
Yeah, I don't know where he finds them.
Have a good
Willing to
team,
come
I
on a
think,
podcast as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they I think that's a good idea to do that because everyone sees YouTubers and other people in podcasts.
Yeah. First episode. I can't even talk about the first episode because it's not coming out yet. But there's a moment in it where I was like, this guy sat opposite of me is not all well in the head.
Oh, really?
really?
So he did an action. All I'm going to say, look forward to the next episode and listen out for Bubbly. That's all I'm going to say.
What?
Yeah.
So you had a guest on the...
No, it was Joe.
No. It was Joe.
It was me, Luke, and Joe, but there was a story in it Joe tells, which I think that people are going to be very divided on this story in the first episode.
Right, that's a great way to launch off.
I'm just trying to get people hooked in.
Yeah, because that's what you want.
Well, you don't even know what Bubbly is.
Talking.
No.
I don't know what Bubbly is.
No.
Until the first episode. Yeah,
He's
so
good.
Stay
This guy's
tuned.
good.
He
This
is
guy's
good.
Episodes out on Sundays.
You've been on YouTube, but you've got the real YouTube brain. I always said you're an intelligent man underneath.
You know what?
First
Arthur's always backed my intelligence levels. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you backed me up recently. Actually,
On your podcast, right?
Yeah.
Bro's got 3.
and this, I think you was on this one. No, you said that when I do backside, the others clearly aren't on my intellectual level.
Right. Okay. You always rephrase it.
You did say that.
I think
You said I'm too smart for the majority of people.
that's not. This guy.
That sounds like
This
something
is-
you
And then he
say.
texts me.
This is
saying,
pure waffling.
You are.
No, I did message you something because I've seen some clips, and you always just have like a really interesting take on things. I think I
one way
remember
of putting it.
Interesting, yeah.
just
So-
after we did the Ship of Theseus on the podcast.
Yeah.
I was with you for some reason, Theo, on a shoot, and asked you, and I was like, "That's just a great take."
Thanks, man.
And then when you were speaking about like what do blind people see, I think was the clip.
I was right as well.
And they were saying, "Oh, you see black," and you were like, "Oh no, it's kind of like what you see out of your elbow."
Yeah.
I feel like that didn't really that
true,
didn't really
though.
make sense to
I
them.
saw that clip.
Yeah, but
And I
it
was
does
like,
make
that's
sense.
it.
And
Yeah, no,
everyone
it
in the
does.
comments were like, "Wow, Theo, that's really smart, intellectual, and you're completely correct
Yeah,
because you see nothing."
I think
That-
one.
yeah, that
If you're
makes sense
blind
to
from
me,
birth, you don't. Like, obviously, if you, I think it's slightly different if you go blind. But if you're blind from birth, you see nothing, not black or darkness. So
There'll
like, what do
definitely
you,
be, and there are different types of blindness.
like,
as
what do you
well.
see out your fingertips?
Yeah,
Niche.
Nothing.
Niche.
Do you see what I mean?
yeah. But it's funny because a lot of the like YouTube lot, I wonder if people speak about it on camera much, but I think you've got a like very unique intelligence in terms of humor as well. Like you are. People
Where's this
always say
Yeah,
that
where
you're
is
like
this
one of the
going?
best people to have on collab wise because you're really good at setting people up for a joke, even if it's at your expense. Which is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, do you
because
know-
some videos you can get cooked, but it's
Yeah.
always
Come
funny.
down with me's.
And I think the come down with me's, but
Fucking
you
hate
will
them.
always say something, and it's like
They're the worst. They're the worst. You know?
I was going to say, my girlfriend, she loves the come dine with me videos. And she said, I feel so bad for Theo. He just gets rinsed. And she said that to Arthur. And Arthur was like, yeah, but Theo's mean to everyone off camera, but it doesn't make the
But
cut.
I'm not though. I try and come with love and peace. You with your little snide comments coming
Yeah,
at you.
you do-
And
you do that.
Chris, ever
I
since,
do that to him
since
this
Chris got
podcast.
single, angry little man.
But it's a bad comment. It's like me and Chris said it on this podcast. Like, our sense of humor is just like roasting each other as much as possible. And Chip can really get like that when he's drunk. Like when Chip's drunk, he sometimes it's not even banter. It's just mean. I feel like with me and Chris, we're always trying to like get a punchline in, but there's a dig. Like it's roasty. But with Chip can just be straight up mean.
Just goes for your
At what
family.
point does the roasting become bullying, Arthur? Do
Yeah, good
you
question.
ever go home and think to yourself, wow, hope I didn't take that joke too far. Hope Theo's okay.
Yeah, I always put my arm around you at the end and tell you you're the goat. You know that.
Go.
Like, come on.
Yeah, that's
Because
come on.
you never drink, so you're always there to like drive me home. Because
I am there to drive you home,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
and then we have a little bonding
heart to
session in the
heart.
car. And it's like, man, I
Usually
had a
they
great
come down with
time
me as
to-
they're like way too far away, so you just got to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't like getting Ubers as
book
well.
some miles away.
Apparently the last episode coming out is quite wholesome. It's less mean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it's because Chip was cooking. He was in the kitchen. He wasn't constantly going, "Oh fucking hell, Theo." That was a terrible
was
Chip
bad.
That was
accent.
not a Chip
I actually
accent.
thought Chip was there for a second. That was really good.
And our mystery guest of today. No, I'm joking. Yeah, when it was me, you, Chris. In fact, we were bullying Chip the most, I think. 'Cause
As it
his
should be, though.
Food was
It's his video.
horrendous.
It's his video.
He made some very weird decisions. No, but yeah, but how much of it is like a fully conscious thing where you're going like, this will be a hilarious thing for me to set up? Or does it just instinctively come to you?
This is such a weird line of questioning. It's like,
like-
are you actually
But
funny, or is it like an accident?
I don't think people at home always clock it. It's like do you remember with the Ginge thing? Like, so Angry Ginge, did you watch the episode where Ginge stormed off?
Where he left, yeah.
I thought he was
like-
being serious.
No, were you
I swear to God, I thought he was being serious.
wait, were you not in the room when we planned it?
No. Are you talking about in the Halloween episode?
Yeah.
I know, I thought he was being so serious. I went outside saying like, when I said like, put the camera down, I was actually being so serious.
I don't know if you're being serious now.
No, I swear to God.
Looks up.
As the roof comes crashing
I
down
swear
on
to the
him.
roof of this building, I thought he was being serious.
Up until now, is this
No, up until I realised he wasn't being serious. So maybe like when he came back in, I don't know, can't remember. But I thought, I was like, fucking hell, he's like, his acting was like major.
Yeah, it did look like it was.
That is
he had-
what
he had tears.
He does that online though, doesn't he? He does the very grumpy,
Yeah.
gets angry at
He had
people.
real tears.
And people are like,
It was coming down his face.
I don't remember him crying.
Yeah, I felt, and it was all your fault as well.
Was it your fault?
Why was it my fault?
That's why
again?
you did the finishing line, didn't you? Or was it?
No,
Chris?
he was annoyed that Chris's food was taking so long. So Ginge obviously had a train back to Manchester at like whatever it was, like 11:30. And we arrived at 6 and Chris's main wasn't out at like 10 o'clock. And he was like, I'm not having this, I'm leaving, this is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because he was basically, I have to go get my train. And if he just said that in the video, it would have been dead.
Yeah.
But loads of people were like,
Oh no, I'm getting confused.
man, Ginger's so...
At that point,
Rude
no,
for
I knew he had to run out and do that. I knew that was fake. But there was a bit in the video where he actually went off, and I thought he was being so serious. There was another bit, and I thought he walked out. I was like, shit. He's actually. I was like, fucking hell, you've ruined it again, Arthur. You've been too
What
mean.
did you do? What did
Did I?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that because I think Ginger's the one that I don't out of that whole
Yeah,
because
he
I
can
don't
take
know
a
him
lot.
that well.
You don't know him that well.
Not particularly. Like not of him, and like we've chatted once or twice, but like I've been friends with like you, Chip, and Chris for years. So I feel like we can just say anything to each other.
Actually, remember the first time I met Arthur?
When did you first meet?
On the ski trip, right?
On the ski, yeah, he goes up, he comes up to me and goes, "Hi,
That sounds like you. Yeah.
I'm Arthur. Do you want to see a magic trick?"
Did you really do that?
Did I?
You say, "Do you want to see a magic trick?" And he just put like some mango or something in his mouth and swallowed it and just regurgitated it.
That can't have been
Oh
the first
my
thing I did.
God.
Was
Hey,
it?
look what I can do.
If that was your first interaction, how has this friendship worked?
Come on.
I went for drinks with a couple of the boys on Saturday night, and about 20 minutes of it was just me doing a magic trick to Will whilst we were waiting
Were you
for
doing
dinner.
Was it you, the
Regurgitation?
regurgitation?
No, it was a card trick.
Do you do card tricks as well?
I learned one or two from
that
Darkest
surprise
Man
you?
from Locked In.
It's the biggest virgin thing ever. I think.
Okay, right.
I'm playing
brilliant.
chess on your own.
Oh my God, you're always playing chess. He's so involved in his phone. You think he's doing something serious.
Yeah.
You can't speak to him. You look at him, he's just making one move.
Doing my daily puzzle.
You're either on Discord or playing chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We cut off communicate. We used to communicate on Discord.
Yeah.
I said to him, we can't do
as
this
like
anymore. Yeah. I don't know why we decided that.
Well, it's because when we record together, like you do it through Discord because you like
Yeah.
share screens.
Yeah.
So
Just
if we,
message and
Yeah,
text
so we
each other
used to
on
be like,
Discord.
so we would say like, oh, you're at the studio, yeah, all on Discord. And one day I just had to be like, I can't be opening Discord in public anymore.
That's kind of psycho.
We have to use WhatsApp.
it's because like if we were recording, like all the like messages in the chat would be in Discord, and that's where you like share screens and you can hear the audio.
Yeah, I know when you're recording, but not just texting someone.
So when we were like, oh, we'll keep it in the same chat.
Yeah.
I'm glad you moved to
and then we
WhatsApp.
were like, yeah, let's not.
It was a necessary change.
Do you
Yeah.
know in America they don't use WhatsApp?
Yeah, they use Telegram, don't they?
Yeah, how mad is that?
Really?
I only found that out the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Telegram was only for like war room archives and conspiracy theories.
I don't know.
That's the gist I get from Twitter. Or like
Reliable source.
don't like a lot of the
Yeah.
like people who push courses and stuff have Telegrams.
Oh yeah, some people do. I still don't know how people do that though.
I don't know what courses are.
Like if you're like, oh, get rich quick with me, or like, like I feel like Andrew Tatey, HS Tiki Toki, I feel like both of them have courses, and it's that sort of like, it's big in the...
Well, you got WhatsApp channels now. I
Really?
guess that's what it is, yeah.
Oh, is that's kind of like a
You know who the biggest WhatsApp channel in the world is?
what?
Shakira.
Really?
She's got that Latin America fan base on lock.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another L for PK.
And Real Madrid up there as well.
Ooh, another L for PK.
Are these? Is it literally just like you'll speak and people can react to what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty sure they can reply in it. I don't know if they can reply in it. Maybe, I don't know.
Not a bad idea.
It'd be a bit weird if they could reply.
I feel like every platform has that now. Like Instagram has that as well, don't it?
Yeah, I feel like that one's falling off though.
I never could figure out how to set it up, so I never didn't.
Yeah, it's like so-and-so has create a channel broadcast.
Yeah.
Join
Yeah.
it.
It's too much. I think there's too many platforms. Like,
Yeah,
it's
there is.
and all of them becoming the same. And you're like, oh, I uploaded a video. I could tweet it out, do an Instagram story, Snapchat story,
Well,
TikTok story.
you can now upload YouTube videos to Spotify.
Can you?
Yeah.
Will and E used to do that like years ago. I
Oh,
swear.
no, it's a brand new thing. But they're trialing it with certain people. I just saw a Foot Crunch video on Spotify.
Oh,
I was
as in
like-
a YouTube link.
No, like, on YouTube. Like, no, not on Spotify. You can. It's within the app.
Oh,
So you know how there's video podcasts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like videos.
Do you see that working? That feels really weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't know anyone who uses Spotify to watch a podcast as
No.
well.
That's the thing. Like, if you're going to go like, oh, I'm having a bowl of cereal by myself. Like, I'm just going to pull up my laptop and you'd go on YouTube to look for something.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't put...
But then some people do like have like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Like, you know, like now if I'm like, oh, I want to scroll through like a couple of short form videos.
Instagram Reels is fucking lit.
you're a
I only
Reels
just
person.
Really good.
discovered
You're a
it.
Reels
Holy
person.
shit. I thought TikTok was like the number one for showing you what you want. Holy crap, Reels is kind of it's metal.
I hear that a lot, actually.
No,
My
my
Instagram
whole thing
Reels-
is just like triathlons.
Oh,
It's like, oh.
Nailed you, yeah. Shorts is a bit like that. YouTube Shorts is a bit like that.
Oh, don't touch that.
Try it.
Yeah, really?
It finds out what you want and then just...
maybe
but
I
it can,
should try it.
It's a little iffy because it does look at like the long form videos you watch and then gives you some shorts related to that. So it can be a bit...
The comment section on Instagram is the most savage as well, I think.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think Twitter's worse.
Oh, yeah. So I meant of the short form, like of YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok.
Yeah, you're probably right, actually.
You can scroll on Twitter now.
Yeah.
Videos. Can you?
But that's the thing. It's like if you have it, like you do like a daily short form video, pretty much. Like you that like brilliant. I've got to upload it to YouTube,
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Twitter now, Snapchat. You started posting on. It's a
Ooh.
bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, just put it on every platform.
Yeah.
But I never use Twitter.
You
Never
don't use
used it.
Twitter?
I don't like Twitter.
I've stopped using it as much because it's just so much more of a wasteland.
Yeah, every time I go on there, it's just I see something that just scars me.
Yeah, you
Or
can't open
excites you
Twitter in public,
every time.
thanks to Elon
Yeah,
Musk
you
now,
can't.
because anything could come up on the
Yeah.
timeline.
But it only shows you what you've been looking at.
But that's the problem because I open it once and someone's dead. So and that's the only video I watch. I go off. I'm like, oh fuck Twitter. Then every time I open Twitter, it'll be something wrong because that's all I've watched. Boobs or death. It's the only thing on Twitter.
Titties.
That's why I like Instagram Reels. Like most of my Instagram Reels are just animal videos. That they were just monkeys
Prove
being
it.
silly.
Shows your explore page.
Yeah.
Well, I'll pull up a. It'll be either that or something very cringe. To see what the first reel is.
That's the real test, isn't
I don't
it?
even get on Reels.
Go on the explore page. No, go on explore page.
Oh, I got to
hell is
screen
it?
record.
Click on the circle.
There
thing.
you go. First one is well, not
kinda
first one.
looks like
about
me,
3 and it's a monkey
actually.
video.
Click on the explore page. Let's have a look.
It's a mix.
It is a fair mix.
I think you passed the test.
I never go on the explore page though.
No.
But most of them are literally just stuff like that. Like that's just a weird monkey singing with a Chinese caption.
You know when you go on like TikTok or Instagram, do you like laugh at the stuff you see out loud?
Rarely.
Do you just like?
Yeah, every now and then something will be like.
I can imagine
Do
he
you?
actually laughs out loud though.
Yeah.
I'm not an out loud laugher. I said this because I don't know if you know, me and Bach didn't know each other that well when we started the podcast, and we were
kinda mad.
speaking about his
Yeah,
TikTok,
I
and
do.
I was like,
We got so lucky.
you were talking about
Imagine you hated each
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
yeah.
Well,
And now, what was it you said in that platform roulette? I'm the best thing that ever happened to you.
yeah, as a joke.
That's my ringtone now.
As a joke. No, it's not. It's annoying because that's in loads of edits now as well. It's like
Yeah,
the beginning of it.
It's cute.
No, that was cute because you could tell you meant it. Anyway, we were talking about his and he was talking about like when people say, "What do you do?" and he like shows them the TikTok. And obviously,
Oh,
if they
yeah.
don't laugh, it's painful. And I was like, yeah, but your videos aren't really laugh out
Yeah.
loud funny. And he was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. But no,
lo-
but it is true though.
Loads of the comments were like, I absolutely wet myself at your video. So
No,
you did get.
but
Cute.
that will happen all the time. Like someone will say, "Oh, if they're not sure who I am, and someone else has recognised me, they're like, oh, what do you do? Can you show me one of your videos?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't really want to, because I know I'm going to show you a video and you're not going to laugh."
Yeah.
And then I'm there trying to find a funny one, and I'm like, "That's not going to make them laugh." And then they never laugh out loud.
But it's always the case of like, even if you just send like your missus or whatever, like a video like, oh, look how funny this is.
Yeah,
They won't laugh.
yeah.
And vice versa.
But they'll put like
Yeah.
straight face.
Yeah.
What
It's
do you
true,
tell
though.
people when people ask what you do? If like someone doesn't know you,
I do YouTube.
do YouTube?
Quite easy, yeah.
I guess it's becoming a bit
YouTuber.
more common for
What do
people
you
to
say then?
understand.
Yeah, I can imagine you just like,
I often
what
would-
do I do?
What don't I do?
I sometimes either just pretend I'm still a lawyer,
Do you
or that I
really?
work in like marketing.
Really?
Because technically we market products in a weird
Why are you lying?
way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes you go, oh, like, what do you do? YouTube. And then it's like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I play horror games with my friends and
Yeah, but you could just say like, oh,
React to
I've got a
stuff and-
podcast and I make videos.
Yeah.
yeah, I
You're-
guess.
Stop diminishing your talents, brother.
Yeah. Come on. I'll just say YouTuber because no one likes TikTokers.
Really.
It's
Yeah.
easier to say YouTubers.
It
Therefore,
is,
it's
yeah.
a bit
There
more
was that big
respected.
trend of people saying like people who did like OnlyFansy type content just claiming that they were accountants. Do you remember that?
Oh, they say they're accountants.
Do you not remember that? Like, I'm an accountant. I'm an
No.
accountant. That TikTok trend.
No, I don't remember that.
Well, it was pretty funny.
Sounds it. Sounds very interesting.
Anyway, moving on to the second big topic. So Waffling's back. Is there anything else you'd like to share on that, or should people just tune in?
Definitely tune in. Very funny. Very good. Great new set. Really good
Nice.
set, actually. Really enjoy the set.
What's the set going to be?
Can you give
Can you
anything
tell us?
away?
Yeah, it's like blue and pink and Miami vibes.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Very
A
cool.
few little Easter eggs in there as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And we'll actually put the links to those in the description, but
Thank
just
you
make sure
very
you don't
much.
click them until the end of this podcast. And whatever you rate them, just rate us like a smidge higher.
Yeah, just a little bit higher.
Yeah, thanks. So the second big thing, you're a big old fitness man. I'm sure people would
Big old.
Fitness freak.
I'm sure people can tell because you're wearing
Yeah, what do you call that?
lycra.
I'm wearing tights.
Oh, you cycled here, didn't you?
No,
You ran here.
I look a bit keen. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But I they're compression leggings.
Is that to aid with
What's
your
the
recovery?
purpose?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I live by them.
Because you've got a big event coming up,
Yeah,
right?
I sound like a neek, but these are honestly the best things ever. Like, be like, you know how like, oh, take an ice bath or do a sauna. Compression leggings are the best thing. You have achy legs ever?
Compress them.
Get them on.
What does that do then?
Don't really know. I think it just
works.
reduces swelling and increased blood flow or something. It works.
That makes sense now because I do see people in them and then think.
Yeah, they are.
what are they up to?
I don't look very cool in them, but I don't care.
Do you have those ones that like inflate? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They look-
Again, like those like big pumpy leg things, like the science behind them's not great, but if it feels good, why not do it?
Yeah.
But why are you wearing them? You've got a big event coming up, right?
Got another half Ironman on Sunday.
Another
Yeah,
half
on the day this
Ironman.
goes out, then technically.
Oh, everyone
wow.
put good luck.
Yeah.
Theo Baker in the chat.
Good
Yeah.
luck. So yeah,
Yeah, so why are you doing that?
So why?
why are you doing that? I don't really know, to be honest. I love it. It was really good fun. I did one before, done similar events to it, Olympic triathlon and whatnot.
How'd you get on previously?
The last Ironman or Olympic triathlon?
Both?
Last Olympic triathlon I did in like June or July. I got PB, which was nice.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
A PB, like, to be fair, like, literally like 2 months after tearing my hamstrings. I was very happy with that.
Oh, nice.
And the last Ironman, half Ironman I did was a 6 hours 40. That was 2 years ago. And this time round, we are trying to break 6 hours.
So that's a big cut in time.
Yeah, 40 minutes off is quite a lot.
And is 6:40 a good time? I mean, we wouldn't really know. Is that
I think the average is between 6 and 6.5 for a
Oh, so
male in my age group.
right?
So I want to
you're
break 6
trying
hours.
to-
That's the challenge for me to break 6 hours. But all the training suggests I can do it.
Yeah.
So I just need to go out and execute now.
And that's 6 hours straight of grueling. Because we've spoken
That's
about
intense.
running before and not being as keen on it. Because like you really do just kind of suffer the whole time.
Well, it's running on
Yeah.
depleted legs as well. So
Yeah.
you do the 1.9k swim, 90k cycle, and then a half marathon.
I think the swimming would be hardest for me.
Yeah.
Swimming is exhausting.
Because you can't really breathe properly
Like,
as well.
that's definitely one I had to, like, over the last few years, like, actually, like, learn to swim. Like, I've been to an adult swimming lesson.
What was that like?
It's a 1-to-1.
Oh, was it 1-to-1?
Yeah,
No.
it was fine.
Were they in
like-
the water with you? Like,
It was like feeding me. No, it was cool. Like it was needed. He helped me a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's such a technical sport. Like if you don't get swimming lessons or you don't like spend loads of time on YouTube, you're just never going to improve. You can swim as much as you want, but until you improve your technique, you're just not going to get faster.
Yeah.
So that's definitely my weakest point. But I've got it to a place now where I don't need it to get faster. Really.
Yeah.
Like I'll just get it. It'll be fine. So I focus more on the bike, and I've improved a lot on the bike. So if I get sub 3 hours on the bike, then we should get sub 6 hours total.
Nice. Well, good luck with it.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
had no idea they were actually that long.
Yeah, that is a crazy amount for your body. Is your body kind of like screaming at you the whole time, or do you kind of get used to it?
Well, I'm very used to it now. Like if you've, I don't know if you've ever tried running after doing a bike ride before.
Never.
Like when you've never done it before, your legs like, what the hell is going on here? It is hard, but that's why you just have to train. You know, if you don't train, you won't gain.
Nice.
But I have trained. So
What do you
gain.
use to motivate yourself? If you're 4.5 hours in and you're like, I'm just on pace, but I need to pick it up. But my goodness, I'm tired. What are you telling yourself in your head? Do you picture something at the end and
Don't be a pussy.
oh,
Yeah.
He's not used to those.
Speed up, pussy. That's what I say to myself.
Speed up,
Oh.
pussy.
No, I think of crossing the finishing line, and then I give myself goosebumps.
Yeah.
Maybe shed a tear, and then I go, "Fuck, I need to hurry up."
wow.
Can you listen to music while you're doing it?
No.
That's shit.
Yeah, so 6 hours of just emptiness.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun though, and also like the crowd's there, so you get motivated
Yeah,
by the
that's true.
crowd. But it all has to come from within normally. But I do find myself like, but on the swim is just you just stay alive,
Yeah.
and then the bike you just 3 hours or whatever of just like nothing. You just have to like hurry up, next hill, whatever, blah blah blah. The run is where I give myself goosebumps because I know once I start the run, then I'm going to finish the race.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The final stretch.
That's where
Yeah.
I'd want music. You start playing some epic.
Well, they have
music.
Thunderstruck play at the start of the race in the swim.
Love that.
Yeah.
One of my first memories of you is being in that massive villa because it was loads of us,
Massive
wasn't
villa?
it? On the skiing holiday.
Oh, did I
When
play
I first met you,
Thunderstruck?
there were like 15 of us. And one of the first things you did was grab a speaker, put Thunderstruck on really loud.
That is my
and made us
favourite
do that
game.
game where we have to just down drinks for
That's
pretty much the
one of my
entirety
proudest
game.
moments, introducing Thunderstruck to the group. You know, best
Really?
Oh,
drinking
you
game.
brought that into that. You brought the whole thing in.
Yeah.
You do always seem weirdly proud of it when it comes up, and now I know it's
you
your
ever played
baby
it?
in the group, isn't
No.
it?
It's the best drinking game you'll ever play.
How does it work?
So Thunderstruck by AC/DC, and it starts. You're in a circle, and every time they say the word thunder, so imagine I'm drinking. So
Da 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 thunder. Da 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 thunder.
next person starts drinking.
Like a waterfall type
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
Waterfall, but
more
you take
consecutive.
every time the word thunder, you have to the next person continuously drinks.
Yeah.
And like it's pretty short. It's probably like 2 or 3 seconds, 2 to 5 seconds, like each time. But there's 3 times in the song where they don't say thunder for like 45 seconds to a minute.
Yeah. So
And
when
like-
it stops and there's like a thunder and then the guitar solo comes out, you're like, oh God. And you've just got to like spend the
And you're just
45
like,
seconds just chopping drinks.
Oh, so literally you are there for 45.
If you're
Whoever
unlucky.
it lands
If
on.
you're the unlucky one,
That's
yeah.
why it's really funny because everyone, you're just like having the occasional
Oh my
sip.
God.
Yeah.
And then every now and then it just stops and someone's just there.
That's
like,
good.
But it's
I like
funny,
that.
like we got
Glass
to
after
this point
glass.
where like if there was 5 of us playing, I knew
Yeah,
where to
yeah.
start to get the
Okay.
He'd be
person.
sat there so smart. He'd get us in a group of 5 and he'd be like, ooh, Freezy, you start today. Just knowing that it wasn't going to be
he's
him.
calculated it.
Just calculating in
It is
advance.
the best game, but it will get someone like battered. That's what you want. They're
Yeah.
the fun times, you know. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
drink that much, but when I do, like we're gonna go have fun.
Yeah. Are you drinking at the moment then?
No,
Oh,
I haven't drunk for like a month.
interesting.
Yeah, because I last time I did the Ironman, like I went to Red Hot Chili Peppers a week before. I got very battered.
Great band to see live.
Yeah,
Not that I've
they
ever
were
worked, but
fantastic.
The music,
They were
I can
the
imagine.
best
would
band
be-
I've ever seen. And
Really?
I just realised like if I'm going to do 6 hours, I need to just not drink for like a month. Yeah, it's fine. Don't miss it.
Is your recovery better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're going to drink afterwards?
yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be such a lightweight as well because
Yeah.
are you losing weight at the moment? You're looking in great form.
I was definitely heavy when I did my triathlon in July. I came back from holiday and I was like 88 and I was like, oh, this is heavy. And I noticed on the run, so I'm down at 84.5 now. So I've lost a bit. But I wanted to get to like 82, but it's just no fun.
Yeah.
I'm not that bothered about it.
Yeah.
You're adding muscle as well, right? You've got
Yeah,
your
I've actually
guns out on that
I've actually lost quite a lot of muscle the
ago.
last few weeks actually because I've just
I
been
guess with the
neglecting
endurance
it.
training
I've only
we're
been doing
doing.
like 1 or 2 a week, so it's a bit poor. But no, I like food too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah, it's one
enough.
of the best parts of life. Food.
yeah, I love eating.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, especially like cookies.
Yeah.
Really, cookies are your thing?
Yeah, donuts.
I like donuts, yeah.
But doing your training, that was my favorite thing. Like when I would like be in a run up to like a boxing match, is just being like, because I'm
Sorry,
doing
what?
so much training.
He loves to talk about his boxing.
Well, you do like a stupid
Boxing
amount
career.
of calories
Boxing.
burnt. Yeah, back in the day, not much. I'm not doing a YouTuber boxing now,
Why?
but I used to. We
So
spoke about this, but it doesn't appeal to me. There's no,
What about like 100 grand? Would that appeal to you?
no,
What about
200 grand.
20,000 people chanting your name?
Arthur.
no. I'm way too socially awkward for that.
Yeah,
What the
you
hell
could
am
be
I
stood
doing?
there.
Wait, so
People-
you're quite a good boxer.
I'm okay. I went to Jersey Leonis ABC on the off chance anyone in Jersey's watching.
Come on.
And like that would be different to me, like boxing in England for like Durham County Boxing Club and stuff like that.
Durham. You went to Durham.
I went to Durham Uni, yeah. Did you not know that?
It's very impressive. I didn't know you went to Durham. No,
Yeah.
that's like Oxford, Cambridge levels.
Yeah, Durham's very good.
Well, I got
very good for science.
I got
as
an
well.
interview from Oxford,
Bloody hell, you're a smart cookie.
but got rejected, which is kind of
Oh,
embarrassing.
maybe not.
Maybe
Oh
not.
yeah, so you're a good boxer. That's really cool.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
But you
okay.
can, you almost like some days like I'll burn like 5,000 active calories. And I'm like
5,000.
active, yeah.
Wow.
So I'm like hell yeah.
Yeah.
Time to
you
eat.
can eat because
And it-
what do you burn at base? Like 1,000?
No, my thing is like 2,100.
It's like 2,000.
Yeah, my what's it called?
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. It's about 2,100. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I normally sit around 2,500 calories a day.
Yeah.
Then training about 3,000. But then on big days, like when I do like 5-hour training days, it'll be like, yeah, time to.
That's nuts. That much. Yeah, that's such a good feeling.
Yeah, that's what, like when you do so much calorie training,
Yeah.
like you're burning so much energy, it's such a nice one because you're like, I can just eat so much
And it gets to the
food.
point where it doesn't really matter. Like obviously, it should matter what food you're eating, but I don't really care.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you're going to be in a deficit.
So I can't wait for Monday. Because Monday I'm
Just
like,
gonna go.
ooh. Because normally after the race, I'm basically like constipated, so I can't really shit. Because of the gels in that.
Charming.
Yeah, so I'm not really that hungry, but I
Yeah.
wake up the next day and I'm like ravenous.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait.
You should film a whole video of just what you eat.
I'm going to do a TikTok.
Yeah, I
I
think
want to
you
become a
should, yeah.
TikToker. So I'm
Yeah,
going to
do
do
it.
one. I'm going to be like, what I ate the day after an
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Nice.
I would actually watch that. I love watching people eat things.
Yeah,
just their
it's
day in
weird.
the life
I
of
I don't know why I
eating.
don't do that. Like I'm good with my food. Like I
Yeah,
eat
you
a
should do
lot.
it.
I eat
And
good food as well.
People absolutely love it. I mean, I knew there was
Yeah,
like a
they do.
market for mukbangs,
Mukbang.
but we uploaded one last week because we couldn't get a podcast episode out. We do these like monthly Patreon videos.
Cool.
And I think we're going to start doing it where when we upload a new one on Patreon, the old one that everyone saw a month ago on Patreon will just get uploaded to the public. And we uploaded a mukbang. And it's doing like twice as good as our best podcast episode was
Yeah,
before
people love
then.
food, don't they?
And
Yeah.
you'd think like, who wants to listen to you talk? But people start doing it on TikTok now. I don't know if you've clocked, but there are so many people that do a TikTok story time
Just
and they'll
while
just
eating.
be eating and
Yeah.
they'll like be
Wonder what the
gossiping or
science
something
is
like that.
behind that.
There must be something
I
behind
wonder if
it.
it's just because like you feel like you're eating through them. You know what I mean? Like maybe like you're on a calorie deficit, you can't eat bad food,
Oh, I
but
see what you
watching
mean,
someone
yeah.
else eat bad
Perhaps,
food,
yeah.
Yeah, like
you might get some
vicarious eating.
satisfaction out of that.
What's the
I do
best-
that
What's
sometimes.
the best thing you've ever eaten?
Probably, the barbecue in Kansas City was really good.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
Didn't expect that.
yeah, just so much meat.
It's the best thing you've ever eaten.
Yeah, ass.
Definitely up there. Do you remember when we were in Leeds at the train station on the way back and we got that like cookie, it was like cookie cheesecake crumble cookie brownie thing. Were you there? I bought everyone like a, were you there?
From the Leeds football match.
Yeah, in the train station.
Yeah, like the one a couple of
Do
months
you remember
ago.
that? Yeah, remember that thing we all ate on the train?
Yeah.
Do you remember that or are you just saying yeah?
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah. I
You don't
know.
remember, do you?
Are you lying?
How do you not know this?
I had it. I just had my own cookie, I think. I don't think
Oh
you
yeah,
bought
you
me
don't
one.
eat a lot. It really fucking frustrates me.
Yeah, he also doesn't. You don't eat a lot of sweet stuff. I feel, which is really annoying because
He just doesn't eat.
I'm a really slow eater, which is the
Look at
problem.
these.
yeah, that is the problem actually. Wow.
It's like cookie cake.
Yeah, I remember
Wow.
that.
Do
you
And
remember
I,
them?
Yeah, Ken. I did try a bit.
I actually
Is
made
it
a
called a
ti-
cookie pie?
It's like a cookie pie. Yeah, I actually made a TikTok.
Yeah, look,
but I never
I'm-
uploaded it.
I think I'm opposite you.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
It
look
was
dense.
that was definitely up there.
Really?
That was one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life.
I'm not a big cookie dough fan.
Oh, cookie dough. is
Really,
fantastic.
cookie dough is just
Yeah.
elite, you know.
I don't know if I don't know if I can. That was intense.
Yeah.
Don't know if.
You're upset now.
Yeah. Don't know what to say now.
Yeah,
I prefer a brownie. I feel like brownie and cookies are
You
in
ever
like,
had a cookie brownie?
yeah, and I don't like them. I'm not a cookie person. It's just too. I think it's a bit too sweet for me. Cookie.
Oh, there's that TikTok trend at the moment, isn't it? Like a quack cookie or like
A croissant cookie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
and they're sort of like blended
there, done that.
together.
Yeah.
Have you had it?
Yeah.
Is it nice?
Reeve got me it once. It was sensational.
It was really good.
Oh my god, I need to find where you got it from. I think I know where you got it from, so I'll go there and go to town.
And just get them all.
No.
I like croissants a lot. Don't
There's
I?
a bit of a famous speech by italianbach.
Oh my god, yeah.
What about
Thanks,
croissant?
guys. No, what was it? The episode.
The
even
anxiety
on?
episode.
Oh, we did an episode on anxiety, and at the end, I basically just said, "Don't worry. Just if you tell yourself you can do something, you can do it." I went on a bit of like a speech. It
was very sweet.
And there was a part where I was like, "If you want a croissant in the morning, go for it. If you want a brownie in the morning, go for it. Life's all about enjoyment." And it got clipped up into like Hope Core. It was so cool.
It
now.
did stupidly well.
It's so cool.
Again, we always speak about this. Like people who like post our clips in like a slightly different way
Yeah.
just do so well with them sometimes.
But yeah,
so
no, that was
funny.
really
You'll just be scrolling and you hear the Hope Core music start and then
Yeah.
you'll just come up.
Yeah.
You want a cookie?
You know, what's it called? Need To by Pine Grove Shuffle. Or
Yeah.
something, where it goes. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
Wow.
it's like that.
Nothing
Guys are so
here
engrossed
to
in
talk
TikTok.
about.
Yeah.
You're making me feel old and the same age.
Yeah, we're just. Yeah. Anyway, that was in the background. It was.
It was very
It's
sweet.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Do you like almond croissants?
Yes, love them.
Yeah, I need to discover them this year.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
they're so
anyway,
good. Pistachio. crust.
On to
Do
the
you like pistachio?
final segment of this glorious
Let's talk about croissants.
cookie episode. I don't know. Anyway, if you haven't already, have you ever thought about doing Everest?
I have actually, yeah.
Have you actually?
Have you really?
Yeah, not Everest though, just base camp.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good.
Why?
Because I don't want to die.
Yeah.
It's not worth the risk.
No, it's not. Like I feel like you can pay all these hundreds of thousands of pounds, but like if you're not experienced, like if I would only ever do it if I've got years of experience climbing mountains. I wouldn't go in there like no experience.
Yeah.
There's too many deaths.
Yeah. I think it's about 2% of people, isn't it,
That's quite high.
that don't make it. And there's sort of
I
maybe.
think it's higher than 2%, isn't it?
Let me have a
Everest?
quick-
Or maybe
I-
not
I
now
wrote
because
it
so
down
many
before
people
we-
do
It
Everest.
is,
now.
yeah, it is supposedly safe, right?
Yeah.
And there are like, there's other mountains which are a lot harder and a lot more dangerous.
Like
Like
K2, I think
fatality rate's huge.
2 out of 5 die on K2.
That's mental. That's
Yeah.
so
that
mental.
is an insane.
It might even be higher.
amount.
There might be in like
Because
2 or 4.
there's other mountains around Mount Everest as well, which are
yeah.
just deadly.
Yeah.
Whereas like Nim's,
Yeah, did you watch that?
Did the 13 peaks? Is it 13 or 7? It's 13. Is
No,
it
it's
13 peaks?
13 or 14? 8,000.
14 peaks?
14 maybe?
Is it 13?
14
peaks. Yeah.
Yeah, did you watch that? That was really cool.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It made me want to climb Mount Everest. I
Yeah.
actually do want to do it, but I think like you, I'd probably just go to base camp.
But also, I'd love to do it and make a video. So I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
where do you find videographers that are good at climbing mountains?
Yeah, you've got to get
Oh,
like
there
a
we go.
But
hybrid.
like, is going to base camp enough?
I think so. Definitely for a video anyway.
'Cause that's
But then
so long. It's so expensive to just go to base camp, right?
when you get there, you'd probably feel a bit like, I
Underworld.
wish I went.
But then also,
higher.
base camp's so high still, isn't it?
Yeah, base camp is still like a great achievement. But,
Yeah.
but something in you, I feel
Yeah, I know
something
what
in
you
you
mean.
would be like, I should have gone all the way.
Well, there you go. So just under 1,000 people attempt to climb Everest every year, and about 500 people summit.
Yeah, because it's not just like you could be the best climber of all time, but if you don't have the right weather on the day, you might lose your window of opportunity to climb the
Yeah.
mountain, right?
Yeah.
So you can spend all this money and not climb.
Tens of thousands. I'm sure a lot of the
Oh, no, it's even more than
offers
that.
are 30, 40,000 to sort of begin with.
But also, like, you're not gonna out of everything in the world to skimp out on.
yeah,
Don't skimp out on Mount Everest.
no, don't
Yeah.
just.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I could save myself 10 grand here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd spend every penny.
Last year was one of the deadliest years of all time as well. It's not just like
Really?
nowadays, like, oh, there's a lot of technology and stuff. 18 people died last year.
Oh, that's horrific. It's because the
18
queue. Is it because
people.
of the traffic on Everest as well?
Yeah,
the
I mean, have
traffic's
you seen the
terrible.
photos of people
Yeah.
just? And some of the scariest ones are where you see them kind of climbing past a body.
A dead body,
There was
yeah.
quite a famous one a couple of months ago. Did you see
Because wasn't it
the guy dangling?
Dangling.
Oh, dangling.
So he had sort of like slipped and it was like just down a mountain, and people were walking past, and he was sort of like a couple of meters away. But like they just can't afford to stop and expend energy and
Oh,
all
I
that
think
kind
I'm
of stuff. And obviously, loads of them were getting flack online for it. It was a real big controversy.
I don't know if it's the same one because there was a lady who was trying to beat Nims's record and do it quicker, and her team stepped over a guy who was dying on Everest.
Dying, not actually dead.
He died in the end. But he was
Yeah,
dying.
that's the thing. Yeah, like, yeah.
Their argument was like we couldn't we know we couldn't have saved him. But
Because
regardless,
getting a
it was
body
like-
down the mountain as well must be just so incredibly hard.
I think they received so much flack because in Nims's documentary, they saved quite a few people, didn't they, when they were going up the
Did they? I
mountains?
can't remember
Yeah,
now.
they would come across people who were like dying, and they would sacrifice their summit just to bring them down.
Jesus.
He made it like a whole thing, like he wouldn't leave anyone up there.
But he did it with no oxygen as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was above 8,000 he put oxygen on.
Oh, really?
Like he did hybrid.
That's just
Because
incredible.
there is people who've done it like full alpine where they
Because you know
don't use
planes
oxygen.
can't fly around that area.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the mountain's so high.
Really?
It's like 30,000 feet or something, isn't it?
Well, that's why only like 60% of the bodies from dead people have been recovered.
Yeah, they're all
because
on the
it's just
mountain,
so
yeah.
hard. There's an area called Rainbow Valley that is just littered with bodies in their colourful
coats.
Oh,
coats and stuff, just because they're just impossible to
God.
recover because it's just so tough and
Yeah.
risky.
The planes will just like fly into it.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
that's such a weird thought.
I
isn't
always
it?
wonder if they're gonna like at some point just have a drone that's like strong enough to pick up a body that can fly and doesn't put anyone at risk. But I don't know.
Do you
maybe-
reckon a drone can fly that high though, because of the lack of light?
What? Because
Yeah, it's 29,000 feet.
And that's literally plane height. That's
Yeah, they fly
nuts.
30,000 feet, don't they?
That's nuts. I was thinking that because if you look at, just to get like, because it's so hard to picture a mountain that big, but if you look out of an aeroplane and think,
Oh, that's mad.
It would be
That's
taller than
So
this.
mental, yeah.
It says there are 9 that have already died or gone missing this year.
This year?
Yeah.
Really?
And
Yeah,
18
no.
last year was one of the
But
worst
I
record.
understand it, right?
From
Like,
a thousand, yeah.
if
That's
you were like
2% of climbers.
if you're an avid climber, like that's the pinnacle, isn't it? Everest, like
Yeah.
Everest. Imagine being on Everest. You can confidently say that
Yeah.
on land, you are the highest person in the world.
yeah, that is the big boy in it.
Would you go to base camp then?
Yeah.
Do
I'll
it.
go to base camp.
How safe is base camp?
Very safe.
Us, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Fine.
safe. Yeah, you
You're
walk
not
there.
gonna die,
Like you
yeah.
don't climb there, you walk.
Right.
It's a long trek though. It takes a few days. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Yeah, I'd definitely do that. I'd like to do some more stuff like Kilimanjaro and stuff.
Kilimanjaro is
like
meant
that
to be
Yeah,
easier.
'cause
like
you just hike it.
a lot of it's not easy for everyone, obviously, but it is a hike, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But again, the weather can change at the top there still.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I would like to do that.
I would like to do Kilimanjaro.
You
Make it
just
like a
never
whole
know. I mean,
series.
it's such a like, you know, when you're balancing your life, it's kind of comes back to what we always talk about like what you prioritize in life and what you want to. Yeah, we had Ash Dykes on the podcast, and he's now in Suriname going for another world record, maybe even a couple.
Yeah.
Doing what?
and
So he's trying to find the source of the what is it? The Kopanam River.
Kopanam River,
The
yeah.
Kopanam River, and they're attempting the fastest summit of the largest mountain and the second largest mountain, I believe, something like that.
In-
They're in
in
Suriname.
Suriname, yeah,
Where's that?
South
It's-
America.
Yeah,
South
it's in the
America.
Amazon rainforest.
Yeah.
It's the most green place on earth. I think 98% of it is just forest.
Yeah, I
think that
it's
was the
maybe
figure.
closer to
He
90.
was in on Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
Joe
Yeah,
Rogan
yeah.
went on the fellas.
Yeah,
And-
crazy guy.
But usually, like, he's been doing stuff for TV and stuff, he was saying, but now he's brought a satellite phone. So even when he's like in the middle of absolutely nowhere, he's still able to upload TikToks and Instagram Reels and stuff.
Yeah.
How does
And
that
he's just
work?
a couple
though?
of days in. Just
He
using.
it's kind of like a Starlink sort of thing.
Oh,
Like,
really?
he'll
And he
just
gets
put-
like internet from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll just put a dish down and just connects to satellite phone.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I think
Yeah.
speaking about the iOS, actually, I think you can now send texts. You know, if you're in the middle of nowhere, you can get just the
You can
SOS
send
Yeah.
texts.
thing where it's like, you know, you've not got normal signal, but you've got like the satellite to send an SOS.
Yeah.
I think they've tapped into that, and you can now send
Oh.
messages through that.
How does that work? If
Yeah.
it sends, if you got no signal, how does it send a message?
I don't really
Well,
know.
I think it's just not through like usual telephone
Yeah,
towers. I
so-
think it's using actual satellites
Yeah,
on your phone.
Isn't it mad how like we've gone from like living in caves
to this.
to sending messages via satellites to your mate?
Yeah.
It is mental.
And like how, you know, like your GPS on your phone,
Hmm.
like that's going beep, beep.
Yeah, constantly. Yeah.
Have you ever seen
Weird.
like people, the amateur photographers, taking shots of the ISS as it passes in front of the sun or the moon?
What's the ISS?
So
The
cool.
coolest thing.
International Space Station.
Oh yeah, that does sound, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Does laps around the world, and
I
you
actually-
can like
yeah.
you can find out when it's passing by in front of the sun or moon or
Are there people on it?
Yeah,
yeah,
always. Yeah.
yeah,
Always?
yeah.
Always.
Or, and what does that do?
They just run tests and experiments up there
Hmm.
in zero G almost, because it's just
And so there's, you know, like satellites.
yeah.
How many satellites are in the sky?
Oh, loads.
20,000 or something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's
Really?
something-
Can we
So
Google
if,
that
if
quickly?
you,
How many-
surely if you like send like a rocket up to the moon or whatever, surely it might just hit a satellite.
Yeah, they got to be careful because there's a lot of like satellites that are no longer being used, so it's just
They're still
space
in
debris
orbit.
now. Yeah, it's called space. Like there's space debris in orbit they've got to be careful of, because it'll also just hit the ISS and cause damage to it because of how quick it's going.
It's so dangerous. Yeah, it must be moving at like millions of
Eventually,
miles an
it
hour.
all just falls down.
11,330.
But
we were saying on one of the podcasts recently that Elon Musk's SpaceX has been tasked with bringing the International Space Station safely back down to Earth. But it just requires such like tremendous international collaboration.
Why can it not come back to Earth?
To have one database, just like safely, just making sure.
Do they not have like an engine? It's just in orbit.
No, yeah, it is literally just in orbit, and eventually.
How do you get there for a space shuttle?
Yeah, and it's
Like
been
dropped
built.
off?
It's been built over time as well. Things added on, so that's why. Because it's the
They've done
size.
building work in space.
Yeah, it's the size of like I think it's either 1 or 2 football pitches.
fields, yeah.
What?
It's massive.
huge.
It's huge.
And obviously
It's
they can't
absolutely
just
huge.
be like, well, they can't leave it up there. But
Yeah, 'cause
also they
eventually
can't just
it
send
will
it back
just-
down.
But how is it so?
Come back
Wait, so hang on a second. Rewind. If it's this big,
Yeah,
how big was it when they made it?
I'm not sure how big it was when they made it actually.
But how are they adding to it in space? Is it like jigsaw? Is it like a
Yeah,
Lego
kind
they
of.
could just attach
It's built for things to like attach.
So it's built knowing that they can just like
Yeah.
whack it
As
on
a
like
form.
Lego
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
create
almost
like
like a-
corridors
yeah.
and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
100 meters end to end, the size of an American football field.
American football field. That's right.
weighs nearly £1 million.
It's nearly £1 million up there.
That is
And yeah.
huge.
But yeah,
Yeah.
at home,
How are you gonna get? You can't get that home.
They've just got to break it up into pieces, and they'll be strategic in like you can judge if you cut this off here and move it this much, it will land in the ocean safely here, or they can.
Yeah.
they
Would they
can-
reckon they'd land it with people on board or not?
no, they'll
What?
get everyone off.
Not that kind of
They'll get everyone
landing.
off.
It'd be like a crash landing.
Yeah,
like
it'll be
Okay,
a
crash landing.
It'll
Yeah.
smash into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or something,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
What if it sinks?
It's
They
got-
can't. They lose it.
They'll have to have recovery ships like there ready,
maybe.
or maybe they'll.
Or
let
maybe
it
they
sink.
just go, yeah.
That's kind of mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nuts. Do you know, the most crazy thing is when the astronauts go up and they're in the the module that attaches on, the fact that they control that to line up with something that's spinning round,
Yeah.
going God knows how quick, and they
Oh.
line it up and attach it.
Have you seen the docking sequence in Interstellar? It's
oh my, so
cool.
intense.
Great
How
movie.
exciting.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's never watched Interstellar, and she wants to watch it finally.
Oh my God, I had
Wow.
the same thing with my girlfriend.
I'm fucking buzzing.
It's such a
Rewatching it.
good
It's coming
film.
to cinemas soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming back out in cinema
Really?
again.
What,
yeah.
for
Yeah.
like a 10-year anniversary or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is actually 10-year anniversary, I think.
So I think Chip was
Yeah.
talking about getting a bunch of the boys to go watch it
Such
at
a good
IMAX
film.
and just being like, wow. Because I bet when you've got massive speakers and the screen
Oh,
like
yeah.
that big, it would just be.
Is that one of
absolutely
your favourite
phenomenal.
films?
I think
would
it
you
is
say?
actually up there. You know, I watched it for the second time, like actually a few months ago, weirdly, and I was like, whoa.
So good.
Yeah, it is kind of great. It is kind of great. I can't lie.
Oh yeah, I think it's my favourite Interstellar.
I still can't wrap my head around it though. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is confusing stuff.
No, it is. I like it, but it's not true though, is it?
It's true to an extent.
Some
It's-
of it's,
it's
based
Theoretically
on,
true.
Theoretically, I mean the grey area is the fact. Obviously, he goes through the black hole
Yeah.
and time breaks down and he can see things. Now that
spoil
could
it.
And change the past.
that
and
could be
kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Hopefully, your girlfriend isn't watching this.
Yeah.
That could be true,
Yeah.
but we don't know because it's a singularity.
I was on a bike ride the other day, and and I was thinking actually about this.
Yeah.
And you know how? So I was really just trying to like really. When you're on these long rides, you lose yourself a little bit, and I was really trying to like figure out mathematically how it's possible. You know, when they were on the planet, and like 1 minute is like 7 years or something like that.
Yeah,
How?
because
Like I know. Then I was like, but time is relative.
It's relativity.
But
yeah.
how?
it's basically like space and time are the same thing. So
How?
when you're so close to a massive body, or like even people in the ISS, for instance, moving at that speed, because everything has to move at the speed of light for something to have cause and effect, right? So if we moved at the speed of light, we'd experience no time because we're moving at the same speed as something happens
But what would
as
that
a
be
signal.
like?
Oh, we physically can't move at the speed of light, but
Nothing with mass
In
can.
You know what
theory.
my point is, right? So Earth over here, I'm over here on this planet,
Yeah.
and I go down. I put a stopwatch. I start a stopwatch.
Mm-hmm.
I go down. I come out, and it says 5 minutes or like 5 hours. How is it now? 70 years over here.
it's just
Because time.
You can't don't just say time's relative.
No, time dilation.
time
Okay, so
dilation,
there was, if you go back and listen to how Einstein first sort of had the thought experiment, he was sort of, also the story goes, sat on, I think it was a train with like lights beaming out the front. And he was thinking, what would happen if I could travel at the speed of light? Would I see the light still going away from me at traveling away from me at the speed of light, would it pull up at the front of the carriage or would something else happen? And I think Vsauce did a great video on this. You kind of need something to help visualize it. But the point is that like no matter how fast you're traveling through time and space, like speed of light is the same to you. So if you're going half the speed of light, right, and you're shooting light out in front of you, you're going to be seeing that going at the speed of light. But someone on Earth watching you travel is also seeing that go at the speed of light in front of you, which doesn't make sense. Like you know that does that make sense? As in, it couldn't possibly be both of those things. So to bring those together as like a consolidation, you have something called time dilation.
So you just got to think like speed. If anything moves quicker than the speed of light, like nothing, like the cap on anything is the speed of light. And so say something happens here, if it can't be caused by something that can't move there that in that speed, if that makes sense. So it's like that determines everything. Like the people on our ISS, for instance, are aging slower than we are because they're moving
But
quicker.
not that much because we're so close
No,
to it.
it's
A fraction of a second
fraction.
a year, I think it is.
Yeah,
But the reason why in Interstellar it's so far is because they're actually light years away.
The reason is
It's because they're close to the black hole.
It's the black hole, yeah.
So it's not just speed, but
Now
mass
the black
as well.
hole's involved.
So
Yeah.
the closer you are to a massive object, the slower time goes. So technically,
and it
the
gets
difference between me and you, because you're taller than me, you experience time slightly faster than me because I'm closer to the center of Earth and I'm closer.
because the closer
Gravitational
you are, yeah, because it's the gravity is just acceleration towards that, so it is speed technically, if that makes sense. So you're close to a massive object means you're accelerating really quick to that object, so you experience time that quick. And as you get closer and closer to a black hole, time just veers off to like it will never. The graphs like this just goes like infinite.
Maybe we should do an episode on this kind of stuff and sort of like
Yeah, we should do an episode on black holes. They're really interesting.
yeah, and time dilation and relativity because it is really interesting, but it's kind of hard to
I need to watch this
speak
videos
in
or something like that.
Yeah.
Watch the Vsauce one on time dilation, and Brian Cox does a really interesting one about I can't remember what show he was on, but he sort of shows the
Bouncing the ball.
Have you seen the bouncing the ball?
I've got Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll do.
that's
well.
why we need Brian Cox on as well at some point to really explain. But anyway, I feel like we've probably
I like how we end on
delved
black
too
holes.
deep
Yeah.
on this one. I don't know how we've ended up on time dilation and relativity, but
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
My brain hurts.
Yeah, but yeah, waffling will be coming out.
Wafflin.
Oh
Wafflin.
yeah, waffling.
Waffling.
Are you doing it with the apostrophe still?
Yeah.
I thought when you said it was going to be a mature version, that you were going to start spelling it correctly. But fine.
Ah,
Just kidding. No,
Just kidding.
come on.
that was just a little joke. Something I like to do from
Yeah,
time to time.
he
Come
does.
on.
They don't always land,
Come
but
on. They don't
Yeah,
always
I've
land.
been waiting for you to say that.
Yeah.
Come on.
yeah, you haven't said too many come-ons today, actually.
No, I think the first one I did today, you both went, "Come on."
Yeah.
That is
Come
your
on.
saying.
It's
I
become
do
a
like
thing.
it.
Yeah,
You should create a t-shirt with "Come on."
yeah.
That is a
Come on.
vile thing to
I'd buy
say.
that.
And now the whole episode has been demonetized and we've lost the ad segment. But yeah, everyone go check out Wafflin. The links are going to be in the description. Rate us the highest score possible and maybe add on a tip if you can. Is
tip?
that possible?
tip?
No.
Like rate us 5 stars out of 5 and then like add a sixth if possible.
Oh right.
I
yeah.
thought you were just begging for money
Oh, yeah,
there.
I thought. Yeah, I thought you wanted to tip. Yeah.
Not monetary wise.
Check out my video with Mbappe
Check out his video.
Check out
You
his
know what?
video
Plug
with
the
Mbappe.
rest. Where can people
Yeah.
come watch you do an Ironman?
in Weymouth.
There you go. Go to Weymouth at some point.
Yeah, just hang around in Weymouth.
You'll see him eventually. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Theo, for coming on.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the next
Come on.
one.
See you later.